Hi, it's Marika Lake here. Welcome back to my channel. I live on the west coast of Australia with my hubby Greg and our 5 kiddos. I have William who's in grade 9, Emily's in grade 5, Cruz is in grade 3, Jackson is in grade 1 and baby Jay is just a few months old. And here in the Lake House Homeschool, we have been homeschooling for 5 years now. And in today's video, I thought I would share with you some time-saving tips and tricks for homeschool parents. Now, I've got 5 children, 4 of them who I'm homeschooling, 1 is just a baby, and life can get pretty busy when you're taking care of babies, trying to homeschool all of your children, keep the house running, and enjoy life at the same time. And so I just thought I would share with you some of the time-saving kind of hacks that I do to help me out in this really busy season. So I have my notebook here where I've just written down some of the ideas about what I do, which I thought I would share with you. So if I'm looking down, it's just because I've got my notebook. Now, these are just a few things that I find helpful. I'm sure there's plenty of hacks and tips and tricks out there, but these are just the little things that I do that I find really helpful and kind of help me in my busy life. So I just thought I would share them with you. So number one thing that I do with my shopping. Now, I don't like grocery shopping and I never have. And so I actually do all of my grocery shopping online. I'm here in Australia. I order my groceries through Woolworths and I get them delivered. Now, what I've actually done is purchased what is called a delivery saver, and you buy this delivery saver for the whole year. You pay a certain amount, and for the whole year, as many times as you want to use it, you actually get free delivery. So sometimes I might even order a couple of orders in a week. Say I might put in my big shopping order for all of my groceries and that comes. And then during my week, we actually invite somebody over for dinner and I'm like, oh, I need to get some extra groceries to cook an amazing dinner for our guests. So instead of having to run to the supermarket, I can do another online order and have those groceries delivered, and I don't have to pay for it because I've purchased the delivery saver. So this has absolutely saved my life, especially now that I have a newborn and I'm needing formula and nappies and those things run out. And so if I have to put in a second order for the week, it doesn't matter because I've got the delivery saver, and it's excellent. And you can use that delivery saver on groceries being delivered to your home, or you can do like a click and collect, which goes direct to your boot. So shopping online for my groceries and having that delivery saver has been an absolute game changer because I have the app on my phone. And so as I'm going about my week and I'm like, oh, we need extra Vegemite, or oh, I've run out of rubbish bags for my bin, I can just quickly jump on the app and add products to my shopping cart as I go. And so that's been a really useful thing. And so online grocery shopping and having that delivery saver, my number one time saving tip. And also just in shopping with general, I do a lot of my shopping online. I don't enjoy going to the shops, especially with all of my children. It's just something I want to cut out of my day. And so I do a lot of my shopping online. So if the children need new clothes or I need things for the house, I generally just order them from Kmart or Target or Amazon and just get them delivered. Now, there is also another great thing which is called One Pass, which covers like Kmart, Target, and some other shops I can't remember, and they will give you free delivery as well. So instead of having to, fill up my cart with a certain amount so I can get free delivery to make it worth it, you don't have to do that if you just purchase that One Pass, which gives you pay that obviously for a year, but that'll give you free delivery for that year from those stores. So One Pass is a really great thing. So a lot of the time I will do online orders, especially if I know like a birthday's coming up, even Christmas. I get onto it really early and have everything delivered to my home. And I just tick the please leave at front door unattended if I'm not home. So I'm not having to run to the post office if I am not here for delivery. But yeah, online shopping and having things delivered to my home has been an absolute game changer and has saved a lot of my time. Another time-saving tip that I have at the moment is having a cleaner. And so I've never had a cleaner before. I've always done my own cleaning of the home, and I hate doing it. And it does take a lot of time, but I'm lucky enough at the moment to have a cleaner who comes fortnightly and does a basic clean of my home, and that has just been another game changer for me. I just have to do like maintenance on my home, but they're coming every fortnight, and so they, do the big vacuum of the whole house and a mop through the whole house and clean my toilets and my bathroom, and that's just been amazing. I have found that has saved me so much time, and so now for the floors, I just have a robot vacuum, so that's enough. I just pop that on and it'll do my floors, and I don't have to worry about mopping or even getting the big vacuum out every now and then, because my cleaner does that for me. Even then I just do like a bit of maintenance works on my bathroom in the off week that they're not here. But I am really appreciating having a cleaner. I know that that's not something that everybody can afford, but I think it's definitely worth it, especially if you're in a season, I'm in a season of having a baby in the family. We've got 5 children and I've got a baby, and it's really hard to get everything done. Paying out that money and investing in a cleaner is definitely worth it. It's worth it for your mental health, for your energy levels. If you ever find yourself in a season where, actually this would be really helpful if I had someone who I could outsource this to, that would be really great, and it's definitely money worth spending. And so I do recommend, if you can, getting a cleaner, even if it's just for a short season. But that has definitely saved me time, it's saved me energy, and just mental energy as well. It's, as mothers, we want to try and do everything and be everything and keep up with everything, and sometimes we just can't. It's too hard. And so I've really appreciated having a cleaner. Another thing that we find helpful in our house is to have our children involved in the daily upkeep of the home. I've always done this with my children. They have daily jobs that they need to do each day, and that helps to contribute to keeping the house clean and tidy. They're just small jobs like putting the dishes away or washing the breakfast dishes. They all put their own clothing away from the washing, so I will do the washing, fold the washing and sort it into piles, and then my children come and get their washing, and they are responsible for putting it away. I have somebody who takes the recycling out, someone who feeds the dog, someone who even fills up the toilet rolls in the toilet. It all helps. All those little things added together are really helpful for me, and then I'm not spending my time and energy on getting those little things done before we start school. We are all pitching in together. It's that phrase, many hands make light work, and it is so true. And so I do recommend giving your children some chores that they can do each day to help alleviate some of those jobs from you. And also it's just teaching them good habits as well, and they're a part of the family, and so we all work together. And so my children have daily jobs, and then sometimes we'll have weekly jobs. So on a Saturday, might just gather together and like, okay, we're just going to do some jobs and get some things done, and I'll just ask, could you take the rubbish bins out to the curb? Could you clean out the car? Could you pull the weeds from the front garden bed? Just things like that. So involving your children in daily chores and even weekly chores is another really great time-saving hack, and it's also just good practice for them too. Another thing that's really saved me recently is meal planning. I have never meal planned. I can't remember the last time I meal planned. I'm usually just kind of have an idea of what we're going to do and just do the grocery shopping. But this time I've actually involved my children in deciding what meals we're going to have for the week. I have really fussy eaters in my house, and I was finding we were getting to dinner time and it was a horrible time of the night. I've got all of these children complaining because they don't want to eat what's been served for dinner. So I thought, right, let's get all the children involved in making the decision. So they all get to choose one meal that they would like for the week. So at least I know in the week they're getting at least one of their favorite things to eat. And so I involved my children, involved my children in deciding what meals we were going to have, and we actually had a plan. And it has been really helpful because every time a child comes and says, what's for dinner? I usually get because 4 of my kids talk. I've got a baby, but usually 4 kids come to me throughout the day. What for dinner? What's for dinner? And then when I tell them, they're either complaining or they're happy. And so this way it's actually written on the board, and they can go, and when they have that thought of, oh, what's for dinner tonight, they can go and read the plan themselves. And so they're not bothering me about what's for dinner. And so that's been really helpful. And it's also just taken the thought process away. I don't have to think what's for dinner 7 times in a week. I just have to think about it once, and then I make that plan, and then I don't have to think about it for the rest of the week. It's genius. So every afternoon, come to the board and go, okay, what's for dinner tonight and what's for dinner tomorrow night? Because if I need to know what's for dinner tomorrow night, just in case I need to defrost anything from the freezer, and I just look at what it is and then I go and make it. I'm not having to decide, okay, this is what we're going to have, or we need to eat this first, otherwise the vegetables are going to go bad. I've actually already just thought about that once, and I don't have to think about it again. And I have just found that really helpful. Sorry. It's been really helpful for the children because they know what they're going to be eating. They're not bothering me about it. And they've had some input into that. And it also saves my brain every single night. Because as a parent, you are making so many decisions during the day, especially if you're homeschooling. And sometimes I just get decision fatigue and I don't want to make another decision. So getting to the afternoon and then having to decide what's for dinner was just becoming not great. And so taking that out has just been really great for, again, energy levels, mental capacity. I don't have to think about it. I only have to think about it once. And then I set the menu for the week, and then easy peasy. It just makes life so much easier in the dinner department. And my last time-saving tip for homeschoolers is actually to have a daily plan in mind for your homeschool day, or even just for your day. And I know around here we are really flexible with our days because we like to be flexible. We've got a baby in the house, so sometimes it doesn't go always to plan. But I actually have a loose plan in my head for each day about what's going to happen, purely just to save what I was talking about before about thinking about things. So I don't wake up each day and go, oh, what are we going to do today? I need to plan something, think about all the things that are on. I just don't want to have that mental gymnastics going on in my mind each day. And so each day, there's already a plan set. This is what happens on Mondays. This is what happens on Tuesdays. This is what happens on Wednesdays. We even have that plan for Saturdays and Sundays. It's a loose plan and it can change. I'm very flexible, but there's still that plan in mind so that my children have expectations about the day. I know what's going to happen today without actually having to think about it because it has become part of our routine. And it just saves a lot of mental energy, which I'm finding I just need to free up some mental capacity. And so having a loose plan for each day in mind so that I don't have to think every day when I get up what we're going to do, has been really, really helpful. As I said, we can change that plan however we like. It's not fixed in concrete, but I do find that it's helpful for my children to know, and it is helpful for me just to free out mental energy so I'm not having to come up with all of these things. It's kind of already set. This is Monday and this is what we do on Mondays and this is what's happening today. So I've just found that to be super helpful. So I hope you enjoyed all of those tips and tricks for homeschooling parents. Now, as I said, they're just things that I do here in the Lake House Homeschool to help our days go more smoothly and just to help life go more smoothly. And I hope that you found those things useful. If you're a homeschooler and you have any other tips and tricks that are saving you time that I didn't talk about, feel free to leave your tip in the comments box down below so that we can start a great conversation for people who are looking for more time-saving tips. So make sure you leave your tips in the comments box down below, or if you have any questions for me, make sure you leave them in the comments box down below as well. And if you check the description box, you can find links to my Instagram account if you'd like to follow me over there, and links to any other videos that you might be interested in. And if you haven't already subscribed to join our little family here on YouTube, I love it if you would just hit that subscribe button. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.